than it ever been in the world. And that's what we dealing with. And he's telling you back then, when I want to do good, when I want to follow the laws, that's being good. Remember, verse 12 again, wherefore the law is holy, pure and true, and the commandment holy, pure and true and righteous, and just and good. So that's what he's talking about. When I want to follow the law, I find in the law that when I would do good, in verse 21, evil is present with me. Why? Because this is the day of evil. We in the last days. And you were born, before you were born, they have things set up, they into, who knows, 2030? And y'all still out here talking about the Illuminati. Man, y'all should have knew about that a long time ago, in the 80s or something like that. I was trying to get brothers to wake up to that. That was right over their head. Now all of a sudden everybody talking about the Illuminati. Come on, man. You better be knowing about the illuminated Most High, the illuminated Mashiach Yahushua, and illuminated archangels, and all the holy angels that he's coming back with. That's right here on this earth, ready to perform the commandment of the Most High. Heck with all that. They can't have no power over the Most High, who we exalt. Mashiach Yahushua, who we highly exalt, as the Most High has. Better recognize and stop being tempted by the devil. Verse 22, for I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. Inward man. So if this inward, if you had a law of the Most High inward, then you're going to perform whatever it is you deal with outwardly in your life. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind. See, the laws are like you said. You look at the world, okay, dang, we always, especially now, we always subject to, man, dang. If you really in tune, say, wow, is this right or this wrong? Because remember, the wicked were created for the day of evil. And we just read where evil came into earth when it came into power. And now this is the last part of their power that they're going to be able to rule the world. And here we are born in it. But some of you, it's over your head because you don't realize the condition and the spirit of who it is that you're under in captivity. You know, some of you don't even think you're in captivity. I ain't no captivity. Because you live in your life, you're able to go around in the big plantation of America and think you free. You ain't free. And you're not saved either. Because you got to be saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you. Now you're going to tell me you saved. You see what just happened in that church? Last week or whenever it happened. Now anybody went up in there and killed 9 people. Now you know good and well they was taught that they were saved. Can't nobody deny that. Were they saved from that enemy? And from the hand of all that hate them? He went in there and listened to the Bible study. And got up and killed them. That's real. That's a reality. That's why we got to come back to the Most High before it's too late, people. You warring against him. Look, you better believe it. You look here. You take my word for it. James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, all you that's against the Most High, law, statutes, commandments, you adulterers, you men and adulteresses, spiritual fornication that you commit in dealing with idolatry, following something that's contrary to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, rules and regulations. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? You at war with the Most High. That's why you got to know what you're doing as you walk in this earth and do the things that we do. We got to know what's right and what's wrong to do what's right. Otherwise, you're going to do what you do, and then you're going to make up excuses. Oh, Most High know my heart. Uh-oh, here we go again. Follow your heart. That's what we started out with Jeremiah 17:9. Most High know my heart. How many times have I heard that? Most High forgive me. So where you get that from? Where you get that from? When I told you they killed the prophets, They killed the apostles. They killed the Mashiach Yahushua. What part of that you don't understand? Oh, but you more important than him. And it says it pleased the Most High to bruise him. Before he got killed, he suffered a lot in his lifetime. But a lot of you ain't been through no pain. You ain't been through enough yet. And if you're going through pain, you don't realize that the Most High is the one that wounds and heals. Oh yeah, it ain't over yet. We got a lot to go through, y'all. That's why he's giving us warning here. He's telling you, you look at the example, this is a man of the Most High. Dealing directly, that's why the book is written. That's why this book is written. Wrote most of the New Testament. And they still killed him. You gotta recognize people. James 4:4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? You at war with the Most High. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. So if you're a friend of this world, you are an enemy of the Most High. So if you Edomanize, if your brain is polluted by what it is that they have set up for you to follow, you at war with the Most High and you the enemy of the Most High. Because you set up to direct our people, even first your own mind, to believe all the garbage that they don't put in the world, the evil that they don't put in the world, the wickedness they don't put in the world, the abomination they don't put in the world, in your spirit and mind that you operate, just how they would have you operate. To have you go to hell with them and other nations and 2/3 of Israel. You at war with the Most High. You're the enemy of the Most High. This is clear. Understand this and overstand it for those that have ears to hear. It's deep. Verse 23, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members, doing things that's wrong. The outside man doing things that's wrong, where the inward man want to keep the laws, but here it is, you have the entities that come around amongst you, and even in your own self, in your own world. You holding it down, now it's a Sabbath. No sooner the Sabbath's over, you go back to doing all the wicked things that the world's doing. You ain't changed. If you ain't changed, you still the same. You gotta change it. It's all about changing, becoming a new creature. I mean, he tells us this. It's not. And if you're not with it, then hey, burn in hell. That's what the judgment gonna be. Where the worms never die and the fires never quench people. Look, 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, a lot of you like to call on the name of the anointed Savior, going to the Most High on your behalf, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. So what old things got to pass away? All the different doctrines you believed in, all the different lies you were taught in false education, all the philosophies, you know, the politics that they have you under, thinking that that's going to be the way out. They ain't never let us out. I mean, what benefit have we received from politics? Matter of fact, they got to vote for you to be able to vote, you so-called Negroes. They had to go into Congress to be able to sign an amendment that you could continue to vote. Because you're still 3/5 of a man. You ain't a whole man in their eyes. When they changed that, they haven't. That's why it says, therefore, if any man be by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua in Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. So how's everything going to become new if you still hold on to the old things? Religions and philosophies and lies and false education. Drugs. The things that will have you not become a new creature. Accepting these things. That's what he's telling you over and over again. Well, I want to do good, but then the sin is in me. That's why you got to purge yourself. You got to do a self-examination. You got to change. You got to let it go. We all got to let it go. Listen to what it says. Old things are passed away. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. That's why I had to change. I had to get rid of all that old man and become a new creature. Be born again. That's your mental thinking, your spirit. You got to do what's right to please the Most High. But you can't please Him if you don't think about what's right. If it's not in your mind to think what's right, we go through the laws. 10 Commandments is based upon how we serve the Most High and how we serve each other, Israel. That's what it's all about. That's what He gave us, a way to serve Him and a way to serve each other. Simple as that. What's wrong with that? Be righteous to the Most High, be righteous to each other. Simple as that. Listen. Romans 7:23. But I see another law in me, my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. The things that you do and the actions that you do. He's saying, is warring against what's right. His mind said, the law said you can't do this. But his body said, go ahead and do it. That's the carnal man. That's what he's talking about, carnal and spiritual. The carnal says, okay, you can do it. Most I know my heart. Most I know, okay, everybody gonna make mistakes. Excuses. Better understand. Better understand. Listen, 24, he said, oh wretched man that I am. See, he's speaking, oh wretched man that I am. That don't sound like no righteous man. Don't sound like somebody that's overly righteous. So wretched man that I am. Oh wretched woman. Oh wretched child. Oh wretched man. What's the difference? Oh wretched Israel that we are. Who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Who will deliver me from the body of this death? They killed him. Like they killed everybody else. They killed a Mashiach that was shot. But who cares? They can't kill the spirit. That's what he said. Oh, wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? I thank the Most High through Mashiach Yahushua. He said, I thank the Most High by Shabbat Mashiach Yahushua, our power. So then with the mind, I myself serve the law of the Most High. But with the flesh, the law of sin. The carnal mind, the things that he do in the flesh, the things, actions that you do. In your mind, he's thinking about the laws of the Most High. But his actions that he's doing, being carnal, he's going against the laws of the Most High. He's telling you that. And a lot of us are dealing with this. That's why you got to get away from the temptation that will have you do the wrong things. Oh, wretched man that we are. Unless you hold it down. Better recognize, man. What book can I go that you wrote in this Bible? But I'm reading these books that were written that the Most High allowed for us to have today. And don't give me that crap about, Constantine decided this was going to be the Most High, have his hand in everything. To say, this is what you're going to get to the children of Israel, that they may be woken up in these last days. That we may find a way to salvation. To what he gave us, to the Spirit of the Most High. First Timothy 1:8. But we know that the law is good. We just read about it. Romans 7:12. if a man use it lawfully. Lawfully. If you use the law lawfully, it's good. And not in wickedness, not in malice. Trying to get somebody with the law. That's what they would do. They were always tempting the most. That's what we do with temptation. They were tempting Hamashiach Yahushua. And tempted him, he tempted the Most High. Because they're his laws. They try and use his Most High's laws to Israel against Hamashiach Yahushua. That's why he gave the understanding. Every time, that's why they wanted to kill him. Because the people were hearing him, and they was like, dang, y'all, they've been teaching all this time. Like, you got a bunch of cats that's teaching right now. Notice when the book is closed, you hear me say, when the book is closed, what's the word on it? What are you doing in your life once the book is closed? Are you sinning? Are you continuing to sin and sin and sin and sin? Do you have to continue to apologize? You have to continue to go, or a woman? Or are you, to your best ability, of your ability, trying to do what's right? To please the Most High. Do what he said, you love me, keep my commandments. That's real simple. You got to get out of the world, though. You love the world, you at war with the Most High. No sooner the book is closed, you out there in the world. That's a conversation I remember hearing. Like, man, we went through all these spiritual knowledge, next thing the book is closed, that's what I hear about everything in the world. I was like, I can't do this. I can't, like what I'm going through now, I'm gonna stop the next thing I'm gonna go into, no sooner, okay, shalom. No sooner the word is stopped, and everybody start talking about worldly things. That's where your spirit is at. That's where your mind is at. That's what you really care about. And it's written in the books concerning you. Verse 9, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient. See, the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the unrighteous and for sinners, those that break the laws of the Most High, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, men with men, for men stealers, for liars, you know, men that just stole men, and for liars, those that tell lies. That's what the law is made for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine, according to the glorious gospel of the blessed Most High, which was committed to my trust, he said. But here we are, verse 7, verse 6, verse 5. Now the end of the commandment is charity, which is love, out of a pure heart, pure mind, which is love, which is the keeping of the commandments, first and foremost, and of a good conscience, a good mind. The only way it's going to be good, what's good? The law. Someone that's keeping the laws. And of faith and faith, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, going to the Most High on our behalf. From which some have swerved, have turned aside unto vain jagging, worthless talk, worthless making you laugh, you know, being a jester and so forth. Worthless, has no power. But people want to laugh, they think it's funny, so they look over there at them. That's why it says, desiring to be teachers of the law. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say, nor whereof they affirm. Now understand it. Why they gotta be taught over again. First Corinthians 10 and 13. They have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. See, the Most High is faithful. You got to believe this, though. See, the Most High is faithful to not allow you to be tempted